Today's video is brought to you by Squarespace. The Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers was a mini-series that aired directly after Season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and just before Power Rangers Zeo. It is a season that is often forgotten about, but it certainly had some elements that should definitely be remembered. In today's video we will be covering the full story of the Alien Rangers. Let's get into it. So, if you remember, the end of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers has the Rangers reverted back to children once more. However, unlike the previous time that this happened, they retained their adult memories. But they were unable to access their powers, meaning they could not morph. So in order to take on the remaining threat to the Earth, Zordon contacted the Alien Rangers from the planet Aquitar. Now, I have always wondered what happened on Aquitar when these Rangers arrived on Earth. Did the Aquitian bad guys just run rampant? Or do they also have other Ranger teams on their planet? These are just some of the silly questions that run through my mind. Anyway, these Rangers are humanoid, partially aquatic aliens, and though Earth's environment ultimately is inhospitable to them, they agree to help. An interesting fact about the Alien Rangers is how they morph. They were given power coins by Ninja 1,000 years ago. Unlike the others, the Aquitians drew their power directly from the coins in order to morph, which means they didn't need a morpher like the regular Rangers. This potentially contradicts my previous video on how the power coins and the morphers work, but I'm not too sure. Maybe go back and check out that video and see what you guys think. Anyway, the Alien Ranger team consists of 5 Rangers. Delphine, the White Ranger and leader of the team. She pilots the White Battleborg and the White Shogun Zord. Delphine has more endurance and can survive far longer outside the water than the rest of her team. Her symbol is an arrow. We have Oriko, the Red Ranger. He leads the Rangers in battle and devises strategies that ensure victory. His symbol is the circle, and he uses ninjutsu to vanish from one place and appear in another to dodge his enemies. He pilots the Red Battleborg and, during his stay on Earth, the Red Shogun Zord as well. Years later, he joined 9 other Red Rangers to fight the Machine Empire on the Moon during the Forever Red episode. We then have Corcus, the Black Ranger. He is the quietest member of the team, often lurking in the background, but he fights with extreme ferocity against his enemies. The Black Aquitian Ranger's symbol is the Pentagon. He controls the Black Beetleborg and the Black Shogun Zord. Tydeus is the Yellow Aquitian Ranger. He is a very strong and level-headed individual. He is also the first male Yellow Ranger, a tradition which occurs frequently in the Sentai counterpart, but does not happen again in the American release until Dustin becomes the Yellow Wind Ranger in Power Rangers Ninja Storm a few years later. Tydeus was entrusted with the power of the Yellow Battleborg and the Yellow Shogun Zord. The Yellow Aquitian Ranger's symbol is the triangle. He can even send yellow triangular energy beams at his enemies. Finally, we have Sestro, the Blue Ranger. He is the brains of the team, a master of technology. He creates weapons and devices that get the Aquitian Rangers out of tough situations. He is entrusted with the power of the Blue Battleborg and the Blue Shogun Zord. The Blue Aquitian Ranger's symbol is the square. His special attack is called the Aquitar Waterfall. Anyway, after they arrive on Earth, Master Vile returns home and leaves Rita and Zed alone with their mission in conquering the Earth. Hoping to restore the Rangers' proper ages, Billy Cranston, the Blue Ranger, builds a regenerator powered by the Ninja Power Coins. However, only Billy is restored to normal before the device is stolen by Goldar and Rito Revolto. Rita and Zed then destroy the Power Coins for good, meaning there is no chance that the Rangers can get their powers back. So the only people standing in the way of evil being victorious is the Aquitian Rangers. The problem is, they cannot stay on Earth forever, because, as I mentioned, it's not a hospitable environment for them, so they have to conquer evil quickly. Ultimately, Zordon realizes that only one thing can restore everything to normal, the Zeo Crystal, which the human Rangers had split into 5 sub-crystals and scattered throughout time to keep it safe from Master Vile. The 5 younger versions of the Mighty Morphin Rangers then each have to travel to a different country and point in time. Don't ask too many questions here, just go with it. Each Ranger's journey should result in them finding a sub-Zeo Crystal. Upon success, they are returned to the present. All the while, the Aquitian Rangers, Billy, Zordon, and Alpha 5 fend off the forces of Lord Zed and Rita. The villains also plot to destroy the command center and steal the completed Zeo Crystal. Zed and Rita even manage to summon the Aquitian Rangers' arch-foe, Hydro Hog, to destroy them. After a great deal of difficulty, the Aquitian Rangers destroy him. Meanwhile, Aisha Campbell acquires the final sub-crystal in Africa. However, she chooses to remain in exchange for the sub-crystal, and new friend Tanya Sloan goes in her place. Once the Zeo Crystal is recombined in a machine devised by none other than Billy, Earth is restored to normal. The teenage Rangers bid thanks and farewell to their Equitian counterparts, who return to Aquitar. However, Goldar and Rito Revolto steal the Zeo crystal out of the command center, and their bomb goes off soon afterwards. The Rangers are teleported to safety just before the command center is destroyed. The series finale is a great transition into Power Rangers Zeo. In fact, it's probably one of the better season enders in all of Power Rangers in my opinion, leading on very well to the next series. The Equitian Rangers are later seen and referenced in future seasons. Cestro returns unmorphed in Graduation Blues, seeking Billy's help against the Hydro Contaminators. He also later briefly appears with Delphine in Revelations of Gold. The Equitian and Zeo Rangers team up in the Rangers of Two Worlds two-parter, the first instance on the series of two full teams appearing together. The two-parter also centered around Billy's rapid aging because of his use of the regenerator. It is of course here where he falls in love with an Equitian and chooses to stay there to live out the rest of his days. So what do you guys actually think of the Alien Rangers? Did you enjoy their miniseries? Would you like to have seen a full season on them and their adventures on Aquitar? Or do you think using them as a transitional team worked best? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Before we go guys, I would like to tell you about today's sponsor, one that could be of interest to all of you. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for you to build your brand and grow your business online. It can be used to create stunning websites and personalize it for your own needs. Engage with your audience, sell your products, your content, or even your time. The possibilities are limited only by your imagination. It's so easy to use. You can use the custom templates to get started with your site and customize it then to fit your requirements. You can even browse different categories to find the ideal starting point. If you're like me and you're a video content creator, it's an easy way to host content. You can embed videos from third-party hosts directly to your site, or you can upload your video library to Squarespace and even sell access to your content. Finally, and this one is always very important to me, the analytics tools are priceless. Being able to learn where your site visits and sales are coming from and analyze which channels are most effective. Improve your website and build a marketing strategy based on your top keywords or most popular products and content. So valuable and again, so easy to use. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/the Sixth Ranger for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using the code the Sixth Ranger. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. That's it from me today, my friends. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you have a fantastic day. May the power protect you, and I will see you next time on the Sixth Ranger.